up with stuff.
All right, let's get back on here. All right.
Class,
So you never know.
This Wednesday.
Hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 3, 2. And we're back. I had to play some Kool in the Gang considering the Turkey Jam was there. I feel a little bit better, even though this show is dedicated to Box the Beast. 216-694-8910. Headlines and Headaches on this November 27, 2017, last Monday in November, with my co-host Dolores Gray, the resident chef, Chef Joey the Champ, my guest Sharita Carthon, and Deanna Moore Taylor. Now, when we left before we went to break, we had some violence this past weekend. How can these events or events like these prevent idle hands doing the devil's work?
I guess it's on me.
It is on you. It is
I'll
on
add
you.
to it.
Yes. What I'm going to say is that oftentimes our youth do not have an outlet, or they do not have a creative way to express themselves. And I think that there are so many community programs out there that sometimes people get lost in, sometimes things get lost in translation. I think that if people, especially youth, really understood their place and understood how they could redirect those energies, also how they can understand how to make money without having to shoot somebody or kill somebody or even get respect, without having to resort to that. I think these type of events, I'm just going to scratch the name events, these type of experiences is definitely what millennials of this age need, because it's not just about, I'm not just talking to you, I'm showing you the way. And I think that if we had more events like this, I think that they would be more enthralled, they would be more creatively challenged, and they would be, their minds would be occupied to the point where they wouldn't have to think about, well, let me get on these streets, or let me blast this cannon, or let me blast this AK-47 into this other dude. You too busy building your brand, you too busy making money, you too busy making real connections that's going to take you out of that life. So I think that events like this, and it's just not a one-off thing, that's why we're doing it more than once, but I just think that multiple things like this, and inviting young people who have absolutely no direction to these type of events, allowing them to see what is possible for them, beginning to engage them, listen to them. I think that I had a conversation with a radio host a couple of days ago about the elders of the community don't listen to the youth.
Yeah.
The youth, some of the youth and some of the millennials need to open their ears and listen to us as well. You know, so I just think those type of basic community things bring in the opportunities back to the table where they can creatively express themselves, where they can be heard, and where they can also connect with people who can really help them.
Right.
And not demonize them. You know, that's what I would say events like this can do.
Right. Deanna, you want to add to that?
I definitely agree with what Sharita is saying. We definitely need to have more events like this that's geared to bringing them in. A lot of the young people feel like that they don't have a voice. They don't have a way to express themselves. And because of that, they resort to violent things like shoot people, unfortunately, and kill them on a Thanksgiving weekend. And we have to stop this. First of all, we have to rebuild the community by being the community.
Right.
And once we do that, we can, again, have events like this, which will bring them together. I'm all for, to be honest with you, entrepreneurialism. I am 100% for that. There are so many young people out there that have so much talent. I have visited prisons over the last several years, and to listen to the stories of some of the inmates, men and women, they had dreams, they had visions, they are highly intelligent,
Right.
but unfortunately had nobody to help bring out their creativity. They had nobody to believe in them. They had nobody to lean on. You know, so the streets become their family. The streets becomes their outlet, and unfortunately, it brings about tragic results.
Exactly. Well, before I say anything, Chrissy D, Shantae, Roddy, Felice, Antoinette, Ronald Shedrick, Erica Wright, and she said, tell Deanna I said hello. Dominic Potts, what's up, Dominic?
How are you?
All right. Eddie Mondo, cousin, Mika Rasul, Shantae Love, and Deshaun Mitchell is watching on Facebook Live. I'm gonna make Deanna, you bring up a very good point, because I'm gonna make this statement, and I'm gonna have to pass this over to Dolores. My mother always said, and this is a lot of people always said, that the difference between a drug dealer and a person on Wall Street is the paperwork and the color of the suit. Mm-hmm. So, the thing about it is like, even though, like I said, in the high price of the lawyer, just in case they do something illegal. So, the thing about it is like, how many street pharmaceutical people, aka drug dealers, if they got the opportunity, would do wonders on Wall Street? Would they be wizards like Chris Gardner, who was, in the pursuit of happiness? All they needed was a chance.
Right.
Dolores, you want to add something to it? Say something? Ask a question?
Well, I agree with you ladies in regards to how the youth, don't have outlets, and even with the seniors, because I work with a lot of seniors, they don't have outlets either. It's more about like, I would say bridging the gap and bringing both together, how they can help one another, because they are elders. Because I had heard something, someone had wrote in a magazine about how there's a difference between old people and elderly. I don't see the difference. They're still elders no matter what. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's about bridging the gap and bringing the youth and the seniors, and even us, people in between, together to work together to bring about change and hear about history and know about history, and then also with the youth, know about what's going on with them. So it's all like a threefold type of situation and how I see things. And it's like, you guys are starting it. Chef Joy started. I'm starting. We all are part of this, so we have to be committed to not just talk and just get out there and do the walk as well. So that's how I see things. That's why I am so on board when I see you ladies doing things, and among other people that I've met, it's just like a wonderful thing. Is just as long as you're keeping it real and working with youth and the seniors and anybody else in between that's trying to bring about some change.
Can I say this? A long time ago, I realized that you can't save everybody.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. There's no way to categorize and pull everybody off the street and say we're gonna kumbaya and we're gonna take the guns away. It's just not gonna happen. It's like death, all of those things are gonna happen. Here's what we also do at events like this: is we take those who are willing.
Right.
Yeah.
We continue to expose. We take those who are willing and we teach them, and then we hope that we do a good enough job so that they go back and say, you know what, I went to this event with Sharita, or I went on the radio for the first time in my life. Oh my God, I never thought I'd get to the radio. And providing these experiences, we do it one at a time.
Exactly.
We're planting seeds. And so the thing is, we can't flip the city of Cleveland over in the next 24 hours.
Right.
Rome was not built
That's
in a day.
Right.
But we make intentional effort.
Exactly.
Intentional effort to do that, And the thing is, we always have these conversations, what we're going to do as a community. But I think that there are people who are doing it, and we're not the only ones.
Right.
There's so many people in the city of Cleveland doing their own part in order to alleviate that stigma.
Right.
But it's going to happen, and I think that as a community, we continue to come back together and love on the ones who we've lost, and then find a way to capture their legacy.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what I'm talking about.
I didn't know Box, but I know people who knew him, and the level of devastation. I was on Facebook last night, and I have several friends that I just made. Yeah. And so the thing is, it's just like his death, though I didn't know him personally, just hit me in my chest.
Exactly.
Because only thing I saw last night on Facebook was Box. Box. How's Drew? How was Box? Yeah, Box. What happened? And so the thing is, don't ever for 1 second think that tragedy cannot hit your home.
That's true.
Because because we're here, it's so close that it's right there. And so we spend these times, we spend these moments, and we cherish them, and then we find a way to cement his legacy. You know, we find a way to take what he started or what he was getting ready to do, and we carry that on for those that are still here. Because there's another box emerging from the city of Cleveland right now as we speak. So what we do is we find them. We put them in a safe place, cultivate them, and get them a little bit further.
That
That's what it's about.
That deserves a black fist up. 2 times. Put your fist up. Put it up. Put the black fist up.
And you know, to be honest with you, we need to bring these types of events into the schools. I mean,
yes.
the educational system as it stands today, so many people, unfortunately, are so afraid to teach and to do their jobs that it leaves the kids in a position to feel hopeless and helpless. My dream one day is to have my own school where we teach kids from kindergarten, preschool, up to 12th grade how to become leaders and how to make their own money. I mean, and if they don't have it in them to make their own money, then we teach them how to go into a trade or to do something. But just have that space where they can be safe and be who they are and be themselves. I mean, we could have another show on how I think we need to rebuild the community. To be honest with you,
We probably will before or after the first of the year. We probably will, and we need to. It is important. It's just that it needs to be done, and if I have to be the seed that sparkles the flame to do it, then I'll be the troublemaker.
Seriously, you would be the perfect person because it's no holds barred. You don't have a problem with saying what it is, what it needs to be, and what it shall be if we do it right. Other people like to pity patter, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. No, you gonna come hardcore.
Here's the thing. I don't mind stepping on nobody's toe because mine been stepped on. So if I got to step on back. Speaking of which, Maria, your cousin Deanna is on Facebook Live. I saw as Laura Cowan. Laura Cowan. She'll be here from 8 to 9, eating up the rest of the food. Kevin Jones is here. Jerry Blount is watching from Florida. What's up, Jerry? His things was on. So, again, now, what we have here is, well, like I said before, Box was part of the Ohio Entertainment Awards, another stream of award shows besides the Ohio Hip Hop Awards. So him and Andrew Lloyd were partners. And when you take away one of the partnerships, the other one, he wanted to actually leave entertainment. Now, if this is to Andrew Lloyd. I'm going to give a personal message to you, and I want people to share this with him. Do not give up the OEA Awards. Box was a great person. We understand that. Right now, your brother's gone. You're hurting. We're hurting with you. I was hurting. I almost canceled this show today, but I couldn't do it because of the simple fact of the matter is I had these dynamic people here that depended on this out platform. People depend on your platform. Don't cancel it. Box wouldn't want you to do that. God put you in a position to where you can reward people for the hard work that they're doing. So do not cancel it. And I want people to share this, hit this Facebook Live with Andrew, put it in his inbox. Otherwise I'll do it myself. All right. So speaking of which, as far as tragedy strikes, when tragedy happens, what should people do in the face of adversity? I can't do this. I ain't got no money. I can't do that. I ain't got no money. What should they do?
Start with what you got.
Right.
Start with what you got.
Find something, build on it, and then just make a way.
Straight out. Somebody told me, it's a really good, interesting story with a former client of mine. He told me, he said, Sheree, the only thing I got is 25 cents, a bag of ramen noodles, and a dream. I said, well, we gonna work right there. I said, give me the 25 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna work right there. The thing is, the earth, the internet, is just, it's just too resourceful for you not to be successful. Seriously, even if you have absolutely nothing, you can go to the library, use the computer, find out. If you don't have money, you have time.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't have money, you have time. So if you have time, then you spend that time trying to find money, because this money is not hard to get or to make. You need the time to be able to sit down and figure out a plan to get it. That's it.
And not only that, you know, to be honest with you, sit down, not only just sit down and come up with the plan and everything. Stop using your age as an excuse for not getting it done. If you look if you look at the big people who are like billionaires, I mean, did they actually start in their 20s or their teens?
No.
J.K. Rowling, who is like the biggest children's author of all time, pretty much, wrote all the Harry Potter books. She was on welfare.
Yes.
Okay, with her children. At 41, she became a billionaire. Yeah. She wrote the Harry Potter manuscript, sent it off. She became a billionaire at 41.
How old was Colonel Sanders when he finally got the recipe on?
60,
yes,
64.
Right, he was like in his 60s when he finally got the recipe.
All right.
And,
This one in here,
Go ahead, T-Ray.
Quincy Jones was 50 when he made Thriller.
yes.
50?
Yes.
And,
Okay.
And Deanna Moore Taylor.
And Dolores Gray.
And Dolores Gray.
And that's why I really, when you wrote
look.
that on Facebook about being a late bloomer, that's me. Because when I think about it, you know, I hear people say, how is it you trying to be a Zumba instructor at your age? How is it you going and being a beauty queen at this?
Tell them to shut up.
If you got lungs and they
The
still
hell
work,
Exactly.
if you got hips and they don't need to be replaced, even if they do need to be replaced, you get your Zumba on.
Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
For real.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't worry about if you the skinniest, the prettiest, you got the longest hair.
Or the biggest.
Exactly.
Right.
It does not matter.
All right. I got a statement from Ronald Shedrick. He said,
my boy.
I am a testament to what a person can do. Pretty much. He said, I'm a testament to what a person can do when they try to change their life. I spent 18 years in the penitentiary for doing the wrong things and not listening, and decided that it was not in the life that I wanted to lead. It could be lead me back to prison or in a graveyard. I started listening to my elders and getting in my Bible, and upon my release started doing things for my community rather than against it. So you can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. The Lord said, "Hey, Ron." So
That's my guy right there. He was one of my he was one of my volunteer tutors.
oh, he said, "Don't forget Whoopi Goldberg. She was on welfare too."
Oh,
so
yes, that's true.
Whoopi Goldberg, yes. And now she is the queen of The View. Okay,
Right.
She can tell people what she feel, where they can go, everything else, and she will not be touched.
Right.
She is the queen. Okay.
So being a late bloomer is a plus. Okay.
Exactly.
I tell
As long as you put your vision
as long
in
as you
place.
got a dream and a goal, where there's a will, there's a way. Because, like me personally, when I did 5 years, and the whole time when I was locked up, I was sitting up trying to figure out a plan. Came out, I couldn't get the resources together. Basically, when I started, I had a hot plate, a stove, and a deep fryer, and a grill. And that's what I used until I was able to get me a stove and give me what I needed. And I was out making deliveries on the back of a bike with a Stouffer's bag that people gave me. And I was able, as I got better, I was able to do better. But I had to start from somewhere. It's about saying, you know what? Ain't no more excuses. I ain't worried about no handout from nobody. I'm gonna put into action the avenue that I have for the universe for me to be successful.
Exactly.
So, you know,
Sure.
they say faith without works is dead. You know, you have all the faith you want to, but you got to put your faith into action and you got to do the work.
Exactly. Shardina Allen Perry, who's fighting through cancer. Shardina's watching. Thank you very much. Shardina. Maria is saying that Tyler Perry was homeless, and pretty much
Now over his
homeless. He was sleeping with his car when he has achieved and become, you know, look at that. Look at God, won't he do it?
Sometimes you got to live out the car with a gym membership.
Exactly. And not only that, Tina Hobson just put on Facebook, she wrote her first book at the age of 60. And the book, her books are extraordinary. She is a #1 international best-selling author.
Yeah.
She's the one that encouraged me to start putting pen to paper and writing. And now I'm an international #1
Right.
best-selling
See that
author.
trickle down?
And,
Right,
and still a
exactly.
Toastmaster. You've been roasting me on break all this damn time.
You know what? I was a Toastmaster back in high school.
I'm part of Toastmasters too.
Yeah,
See,
G.
shout out to all the
Yes, yes.
Listen.
I don't always put it to use, but
But it's okay. But,
but
you
I'm
know
part
what?
of it.
You know what? Toastmasters got me my start. If it wasn't for my father telling me I was the worst speaker on the planet and somebody else telling me that I was a very good leader, I wouldn't be here today. Toastmasters gave me the confidence that I needed to believe in myself when I didn't even believe in myself, and other people certainly, didn't believe in me.
Right.
So get into
Exactly.
an organization, get with some, associate with some people that will help you go higher.
Right, exactly. I'm going to talk to you about Toastmasters. How you get into Toastmasters before we go into break, Deanna?
So if you want to join Toastmasters, go to www.toastmasters.org, or you can inbox me on Facebook. In Cleveland, we have close to 110 chapters or clubs, and so there's a club near you that can service you.
Right.
Take that first step.
How much is it?
You want to know how much it is?
Yeah.
So inexpensive.
It's $90 for the whole year.
For the
$45.
whole year.
$45 every 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And you may have to pay maybe $6 every 6 months for club dues, but
But that's it.
that's a wonderful.
People spend that money on Jordans online
Right.
for one pair.
Right.
Oh.
And that
You
little
doing
bit-
good to
and
get a
I-
$90 pair of Jordans. What you
Listen.
talking about?
Listen.
You gotta Rob's to look. Go to Offered Up. They might be a little bit sprayed and used, but it is. We're gonna take a break. We come right back. We got somebody that needed to go to the Lions and needed to go. Tristan, the Lions ready? They ready? All right. When we come back, they got it. This person had to go. He needed to go. He needed to go. I don't care if he going or not. He needed to go. We'll be right back. Peace.